Al-Qara mountain tragedy. Ayman al-Asmaq, a 36-year-old man from the village of Al-Tuwaithir in Al-Asa Governorate, decided to explore Mount Al-Qara one Saturday afternoon. He wasn't a professional climber, but he loved nature and photography, often sharing photos of his adventures with friends on Snapchat. Mount Al-Qara wasn't one of the region's tallest peaks, but it was known for its rugged beauty, jagged limestone cliffs, narrow ridges, and sudden cracks that cut deep into the rock. It was the perfect place to capture dramatic pictures, but it also held hidden dangers. That day, the weather was clear and the wind was calm. Ayman set out alone, aiming to reach a spot near the summit of Zima, about 15 kilometers east of Hofuf. He moved carefully across the sharp rocks, hopping between boulders and navigating the uneven ground. As he climbed higher, the landscape grew more treacherous. Between the stone faces, deep and narrow cracks split the surface, some of them just a few inches wide, others several feet deep. As evening approached, Ayman pulled out his phone and made a call to one of his relatives. His voice was hoarse and strained. He said he had gotten stuck somewhere but couldn't clearly describe where he was. Before he could give more information, the call suddenly cut off. After that, all attempts to reach him failed. His phone rang a few times but soon went silent. When Ayman didn't return home that night, his family alerted the authorities. Civil defense teams, along with dozens of volunteers, began searching the mountain under the cover of darkness. They used flashlights and loudspeakers, hoping that if Ayman was still alive, he would hear them. Hours turned into a full day, but there was no sign of him. By Sunday afternoon, a volunteer noticed something glinting at the bottom of a narrow crack between two limestone slabs. It was a smartphone, its screen shattered but still recognizable. Nearby, wedged deep inside the stone, they found Ayman's body. He had fallen into a crevice barely wide enough for a human body to slip through. He was trapped vertically, with his arms pinned to his sides and his chest compressed by the stone walls. The intense pressure restricted his breathing, and gravity pushed his blood downward, causing his body to swell inside the narrow space. Combined with the searing desert heat, the swelling grew worse by the hour. When rescuers first reached him, they hoped he might still be alive. But it quickly became clear that Ayman had already passed away. His skin was pale, and he was completely unresponsive. The brutal position had likely taken his life within hours after his final phone call. For the next 2 days, the rescue teams worked carefully, breaking apart the stone piece by piece. Specialized cutting tools were brought in, but progress was slow. The crack was so narrow that even simple movements were difficult, and every effort risked causing more harm. Finally, after nearly 3 full days of work, on Tuesday evening, they freed Ayman's body from the mountain.